Okay, tell me, what is your name?
I'm Kendra Foster.
Okay, and tell me about your first experience with Texas Children's.
My first experience with Texas Children's was when my twins were born at 23 weeks gestation. Jackson was born weighing about a pound, and so was Zachary. Both the boys weighed about a pound. They were at Texas Children's for about 4.5 months until they came home.
Tell me about the care that Texas Children's provides.
Texas Children's Hospital is probably, in my mind, one of the best hospitals that a child can be at as far as prematurity and some of the other things that they do. My boys received round-the-clock care 24/7, whether it be a nurse practitioner, a neonatal doctor. They were incredible with researching and knowing what the best care to provide for babies who are born that early, and what they need to survive and to strive.
Besides your twin boys being born early, what was your second experience with Texas Children's?
My daughter Lacey was hospitalized for 5 days with a swollen lymph node, and she had to go into surgery and have her lymph node drained. She was in isolation. She was highly contagious, and she couldn't be around any other children, and so they had to keep her contained to one room so that she could heal properly. And it was a long 5 days for us.
During that isolation, what kinds of things kept her occupied?
She had some Legos that the hospital provided. There was a television, some books, but they had been loved very well, and so she was bored. It was unfortunate that she couldn't go out and enjoy the hospital and take a trip down to McDonald's or whatever. But she could have used some tools to help her with that stay.
What other types of charities have you been involved with that involve Texas Children's?
I've been asked 2 times now to be in the Bad Pants Open, or the Bad Pants fashion show for the children. So the kids would dress up in bad pants and walk the runway. But the actual charity is a golf tournament where they raise most of the money for the Bad Pants charity. They have the golf tournament players wear bad, ugly pants, and it's to raise awareness for Texas Children's. Another one that I've been very involved with one year was the Ambassador Family for March of Dimes, and March of Dimes provides a lot of resources to Texas Children's for their research. Texas Children's is a research hospital. Most of the doctors only work 1 month in the NICU, and then they transfer out of the NICU into another department so that they can learn, and then they can go into the future and they can teach other doctors what they've learned and how to utilize that information. So they're constantly in need of money and resources to provide that knowledge they need so that they can continue to learn and better help their patients.
How do you feel that this book drive would benefit Texas Children's with everything that you've experienced and been through and seen them do?
Texas Children's has done so much for my family, and they do so much for so many families in the Houston area, and not even just Houston, but all throughout Texas, the Woodlands, nationally. People come from all over the world to our hospitals here in the Woodlands and in Houston. Texas Children's Hospital would benefit from a book drive just as a part of something to give back to them. As much as they've given to our community, it's just a small token for us to give back to them. The hospital rooms have books, but like I said, they've been well loved, and they're constantly in need of books for the children. It would be nice for them to have a new, fresh look on what's out there as far as young readers, educational books, activity books, coloring books. Those would all be so beneficial for these hospital rooms to be able to put in the rooms for the children. For Cuddle Bears, Usborne Books provides little bears for the children. That would be such a great thing for a small young child who's staying in the hospital and is scared and things are happening and they don't understand everything, and for someone to come in with a positive message of a book and a little bear, something for them to cuddle with, and those would just be it would just be a joyous thing to witness and to be a part of, and to be able to do that and provide that for the hospital. Any donation that you can give for this book drive will provide children with an escape, with an outlet, with a book that's educational, that's imaginative, that they can take a journey while they're in a room, and sometimes by themselves. Sometimes they're there for days, weeks. Some of them are there for months. Just think about the joy you could bring a child when they have a book that they can learn about, or something they can do for fun, an activity book, or even the human body book that can teach them about their illness, and they can learn while they are there, and just have a little sense of escape for a scary, difficult time for them. So any donation that you can provide, whether it be $5, whether it be $100, will help to provide that for these children.